Today I'm going to make my predictions for the 2020 Coca-Cola 600 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But before I go any further, I want to add that I am doing a Pick 5 contest for this weekend's race. And all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and go down to the comment section and type in who you think is going to be in the top 5 and a tiebreaker number, and just in case if you finish in a tie with someone else. And if you get 4 out of 5 right, you get an unsigned hero card. But if you get 5 for 5 right, you get a signed hero card. Here's one from Cody Coughlin. And then here's one by Denny Hamlin. There's a bunch more that I got. But let's get started with the race picks.
Ryan Priest, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
The Coca-Cola 600 is one of the biggest races on the NASCAR schedule. It is a crown jewel race, so every driver is wanting to win this race and add it to their resume. But here are some of your past 5 winners. In 2019, the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. won after wrecking early on, a great comeback there. And in 2018, you saw the 18 of Kyle Busch win, and he dominated. I mean, he just flat out dominated that night. And in 2017, you saw the 3 of Austin Dillon win. He stretched it out on fuel and won his first NASCAR Cup Series race, which was a big deal. The first time the 3 went to victory lane since Senior passed away. But it was sad. It was a big time for the sport that night. And in 2016, you saw the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. lead 392 laps out of 400. That is flat out dominating. That was the most dominating performance in NASCAR history. Truex at this point in time is the favorite heading into this weekend. But in 2015, you saw the 19 of Carl Edwards win this race on a late race strategy. It was still a good one. But there are your past 5 winners. The Coca-Cola 600 is different compared to other races on the NASCAR schedule. It's obviously 600 miles, which is the longest one on the schedule, but it has 4 stages instead of 3. Stage 1 is lap 100, stage 2 is 200, and 3 is 300, and stage 4 is lap 400, and whoever wins stage 4 is your winner. And they're guaranteed a playoff spot, 5 playoff points. There's a lot of points on the line. But you get the point. Instead of getting 60 points in an actual race, you can still get 70. It is crazy. But you get my point. But stage 1, though, I got the 88 of Alex Bowman winning it. In stage 2, I got the 14 of Clint Boyer winning it. I think Boyer's going to be good this weekend. After a great second Darlington race performance, I think he carries over a little bit of momentum heading into Charlotte. Charlotte's not one of his best tracks, but the tunnel, you see the light at the end of the tunnel now. You got Bristol and Martinsville and Atlanta, 2 good tracks for Boyer, so he's going to be a little motivated this weekend. And in stage 3, I got the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. winning it. But there are my first 3 stage winners, and here is my top 5. In first place, I got the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr. in the last couple of years has been pretty much dominating this race. He won in 2019 and in 2016, where he won that race by leading 392 laps out of 400. That's dominating. But I got him finishing first, and it's going to be a big one because it's going to be his first win of the 2020 season. But more importantly, his first one of his new crew chief, James Small. So if this happens, I'm going to have some momentum going into the short tracks in Atlanta and Homestead and Talladega. The summer months for Martin Truex Jr. are going to look really good if they win this race. But in second place, though, I got the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick won the Real Heroes 400 this past Sunday at Darlington. He locked himself into the playoffs, so he's still going to go out for contend for wins, but I would expect him to try a little bit different strategy in the pits and stuff like that, preparing for the 2020 playoffs. But I got him finishing second, though. Great performance there. Third place, though, I got the 14 of Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer is coming off a strong, impressive run at Darlington, in the second race at least, where he won stage 1 and stage 2 of that race, and stage 3 just went downhill for him. He ended up losing some of that track position. In the long run, he sucked, and eventually after that, he blew a tire and wrecked, and then the chances of winning were 0. But he gets the point. He's carrying him a little bit some momentum to Charlotte, so I expect him a top 5 finish. And in 4th place, I got the 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is coming off a 2nd place finish at Darlington. He had a little bit of things going after the race between him and Alan Gustafson and that whole 9 crew. But I think he gets that all behind him, and he's going to go out to Charlotte and perform really well. And in 5th place, I got the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin won last week at Darlington, or this past Wednesday at least. And now the tunnel's starting to lighten up for him too. He's got some good racetracks. Charlotte he's pretty good at. And then Bristol, and then Martinsville, and then Atlanta and Homestead. He is extremely good at those tracks. And not to add, he's extremely good on the plate races. So Talladega's after Homestead, he's going to do pretty good here. And this is the start of something big, I think. Denny Hamlin's going to be a factor at these next couple of races. But there's my top 5, 19, 4, 14, 18, and 11. But I want to add, though, that my dark horse for this race is going to be the 8 of Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick got a top 10 in the first Darlington race. The second one didn't go as well as he planned, but I think he'll bounce back and do pretty good in this race. It would not surprise me if he were to win this race. He won the Xfinity race last year, same weekend last year, and he might be a contender. Who knows? But I want to add that my average finish for my winner this year is 10.1, which is extremely good. It's about 10th place, so I think my picks are pretty accurate, I guess you can say. But everybody, please like and subscribe.